والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد قال الله تعالى إن الله اشترى من المؤمنين أنفسهم وأموالهم بأن لهم الجنة يقاتلون في سبيل الله فيقتلون ويقتلون وعدا عليه حقا في التوراة والإنجيل والقرآن ومن أوفى بعهده من الله فاستبشروا ببيعكم الذي بايعتم به وذلك هو الفوز العظيم وما كان استغفار إبراهيم لأبيه إلا عن موعدة وعدها إياه فلما تبين له أنه عدو لله تبرأ منه إن إبراهيم لأواه حليم فلولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his kalam says, first ayat which was recited by Maulana Abrar Sahab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had purchased, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bought from the believers their lives and their wealth, and in return Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised that they will have Jannah. And these believers are defined in this ayat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. They are striving into the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are battling into the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are having battle into the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَيَقْتُلُونَ وَيُقْتَلُونَ. They kill and they become killed. وعدا عليه حقا في التوراة والإنجيل والقرآن. This promise is promise of haqq from the haqq subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was promised into the Torah also and into the Injil also, and it is being promised into the Quran also. وَمَنْ أَوْفَى بِعَهْدِهِ مِنَ اللَّهِ. This should be underlined. Whoever becomes faithful to the covenant which he made between himself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whoever becomes truthful, faithful, whoever proves that he is carrying out his promise which he has made between himself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَاسْتَبْشِرُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, give them basharat. بِبَيْعِكُمُ الَّذِي بَايَعْتُمْ بِهِ. Give them basharat that tribute to your covenant, tribute to your bay'at. وَذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that is one of the greatest success. That is one of the greatest success. It reminds me, and that is the point I want to make, that we will make some du'as, and may all those du'as becomes Eid of our Salatul Eid. Oh Allah, make us successful in achieving tarke ma'asiyat, that we abandon sins. And tarke ghaflat. Oh Allah, make us successful, that we abandon negligence. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, what will be shared. It reminds me when Maulana was reading this first ayat, bay'at. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, it is our bay'at. It is our covenant. We are going to fulfill one of the sunnat of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. We have entered in such time that we make mention of the name of our Muhsin and we destroy his wish. Muhsin Kushi. We make mention, an example of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and his wish is being crushed while mentioning his name. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we do not crush wishes of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First to share, bay'at. Usman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, rebels, they had taken over. Rebels, they had taken over. So much so that he was not even allowed to go on to the musalla and lead salat. They used to lead salat. Siege was such that time came that they did not even allow water to enter to Usman radiyallahu ta'ala. In that types of tribulation, what type of example he set? Some people ask Usman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that rebels are leading salat. What should we do? So he said, in ahsanu fa ahsin ma'ahum wa in asa'u fajtanibil isa'ata. If they do something good, just join in. And if they do something bad, stay away. Look at the balancedness. Oh Allah, as an Eid, give us i'tidal. Balancedness. Balancedness in our aqaid, in our amal, in our deen. Allah, we want balancedness. Same Usman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, I wanted to just quote about bay'at. At one stage he came out to the corridor and he was addressing rebels. He was reminding them that what are you doing? Who are you treating like that? He was reminding them. And then he mentioned that from the time of birth, even before accepting Islam, in my time of Jahiliyyat, in my pre-Islam era, he said, I had never ever drank alcohol. I had never ever drank alcohol. Usman radiyallahu ta'ala said. Second thing, he said that this my right hand, since I had given my right hand into the hands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for the sake of bay'at, I did never ever touch by my right hand my private part. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored me to give my hand into such blessed hands, into such noble hands, into such pure hands. So from then on, never ever I had touched my private part by that hand which I had given into the hands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh Allah, as an Eid of Eid al-Adha of today, give us some purity, give us some modesty, give us some chastity. Oh Allah, give us internal purity. We have shared many times before that you are what are your thoughts? That is what you are. Never mind what people think about you. Never mind what people remarks about you. But you are, what are your thoughts? What are your privacy? What are your loneliness? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our loneliness. That is the Eid, O Allah, we want today. Because it is the promise of Allah that you will return from Eid Salat. Whatever you will apply for, it will be granted. It will be granted. O Allah, give us some purity. Give us some integrity. O Allah, give us modesty, chastity. Usman radiallahu ta'ala. Maulana recited Quran, and sometimes some people, they read Quran out of heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make Maulana from that category. He changed my topic. I wanted to talk something else. And then I thought that no, that these types of EDs we are not applying for into the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah fulfill all of your needs, what your physical, financial, material, social need you are seeking from the treasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May all of your wish can be granted, can be fulfilled. May you return with every plea being fulfilled. Every begging is being granted. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful. But what we want, oh Allah, we want Quran and Sunnah. Oh Allah, we want safe and sound and deeper and vast and great understanding of Quran and Sunnah. Great following of Quran and Sunnah. Great implementation of Quran and Sunnah. Maulana reads beautiful Quran. That reminds me that Ubay bin Ka'ab radiyallahu ta'ala. Ubay bin Ka'ab radiyallahu ta'ala, he is being called by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says to him that, Ubay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had ordered me that I should listen to you reciting Quran. So Ubay radiyallahu ta'ala, it is an excitement. Our excitement are going into the different direction. Our excitements are not going into the right direction. Oh Allah, set the direction of our excitement. All of us sometimes we become amazed. We become bewildered. We become very excited. Oh Allah, you know what makes me excited. What makes me amazed? What makes me bewildered? Oh Allah, we want Eid from you. Make the point of excitement of Sahaba, point of excitement of myself and my progeny. Whatever used to excite Sahaba, whatever used to amaze Sahaba, whatever used to bewilder them, oh Allah, make same bewilderment, same amazement, same excitement as an excitement for me and for my progeny. That is the Eid I want. Again I say, that whatever financial, physical need you are in, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfill all of your needs. But oh Allah, with that we want maximum Eid from you. And one of the requests that, oh Allah, make your Quran excite us. Make your Nabi excite us. Make yourself excite us. Make your love excite us. Give us such eyes. Give us such ears. Oh Allah, give us such heart that we reflect nothing but you. But your Quran. But your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ubay bin Ka'ab radiyallahu ta'ala. He is being called. And he is excited. He asked Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Awasammani Allah? That Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are saying that Allah asked me to call you and to listen to your recitation of Quran. Did Allah mention my name? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, not only Allah mentioned your name, Allah did mention that you should recite Suratul Bayyinah. Lam yakunil ladhina kafaru min ahlil kitab. Ubay bin Ka'b radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, reciting in front of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Reciting in front of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that here is Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. He came with your name and he came with this order that you should be called, Ubay should be called, and Ubay should be asked that he should recite Suratul Bayyinah. Ubay radiyallahu ta'ala anhu recited Suratul Bayyinah. Ubay bin Ka'b, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Aqra'uhum Ubay ibn Ka'b. When it comes to biggest qari of the Quran is Ubay ibn Ka'b radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Oh Allah, make our progeny hold titles of Sahaba, degrees of Sahaba. No degrees are greater than the degrees of Quran and Sunnah. No qualification, no graduation, no diploma is greater than the diploma and graduation and qualification into Quran and Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that realization. If we have that realization, that is the Eid of today. Same Ubay bin Ka'b radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, once he comes to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he comes to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam he says to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am having some waswas, some doubts, some shukuk. And you know, that is the case of everybody today, old and young. Everybody is suffering. Suffering of whispering of shaitan. Suffering of doubts. Suffering of doubts into Quran, into Sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, we want what was granted into this incident. Oh Allah, we want this type of wealth for ourselves. Ubay radiyallahu ta'ala, he says to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that is what is happening. That I am having some doubts, some whispering of shaitan, some shukuk and some shubhat. When we hear that Ubay was going through this type of situation, then you never become despondent. You never become despondent. You do what Ubay did. Ubay went to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you go to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You go to Quran and Sunnah. You go to the experts of Quran and Sunnah. You go to those who possess Quran and Sunnah in their privacy and in their public life, in their days and in their nights, in their loneliness and in their public life. You go to them. If you go to them as if you are going to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ubay radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated the situation of him to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam did only one thing. Oh Allah, Manana recited into the second ayat, second rakat, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma sadiqeen. O people of Iman, have taqwa and be with righteous people. Be with truthful people. Be with sadiqeen. Be with siddiqeen. Be with people of amal and iman and internal qualities. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, company and sohbat of such people, whether we are alive, whether we are dying. Allah, make that possible. He made that request to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't do anything else. Yes, it is certain that nobody will be like Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam now. Nobody will be like Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But from Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from hearts to hearts, these abilities and these salahiyat and these potentials and these qualities will continue, and it will generate till the day of Qiyamah. Till the day of Qiyamah. That's why your Google search is not valid. Your Google search is never valid. Allah, give us thirst of being with righteous people. And our thirst can be only quenched when we are into the company of such who are your beloveds, who are muttaqeen, who are arifeen, who are rasikheen fil ilm. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us out from the immaturity of the ilm also. sometime indigestion of ilm also takes place. You start issuing verdict about everybody else, never about yourself. That is the immaturity of the ilm. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Ubay radiallahu ta'ala, when he made that request to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam placed his hand Mubarak onto his heart. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam placed his hand Mubarak onto the heart of Ubay radiallahu ta'ala. Ubay radiallahu ta'ala felt, he said, he described himself that as soon as hand Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam touched my heart, I felt as if I am under the arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I felt as if I am under the arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a topic. Sometime maybe inshallah in Jummah we will talk that what happened whenever people were suffering of these types of doubts, and when they went into the right company, what had happened. There is a history. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we remain into righteous, pious company. So Ubay radiallahu ta'ala said that as soon as Nabi Sassam's hand Mubarak touched my heart, all the shukuk and shubhat were gone. Not only they were gone, I became so internally, so present. You know that is presentness is missing. Focus is being missing. I have said many times before that when we make announcement, that switch off your mobile phone. Sometimes, feel like begging everybody from the congregation that switch on yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we come to the masjid and no focus. We have completed almost 10 blessed days of the whole calendar, whole Islamic calendar. Some ulama, they hold opinion that these days sometime they will be weighty, even the Ashara of Ramadan. Some ulama, they have this opinion. And when you finish, and every day you don't, you are not mindful that today I am the first night of the Ashara, today I am the second night of the Ashara, today I am the night of Arafah, and today I am the night of Eid, and today I am the night of Ayyamut Tashriq. You are not mindful, then there is no focus. Ashara came and gone. It made no difference to you. It didn't booster you. It didn't give you any buzz. These days they come to give you buzz. They intoxicate you. You become intoxicant from the ma'rifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You drink from the ocean of Allah's ma'rifat in these days and nights. Then you have spent days and nights. Otherwise, so biggest drought of our time is focus. We are not even focused into our salat. We read Takbir Tashriq, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. But no focus, no concentration. The sound of the heart and sound of the tongue, when they get along, then you can say that I am focused. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us focus. Allah give us focusness throughout our life. Ubay bin Ka'b radiyallahu ta'ala, he said, I felt as if I am under the arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, as an ED, make us such that we remove all our doubts from our hearts, and oh Allah, give us the company of such people that in their friendship, in their companionship, all these types of illness and ailments receive remedies, receive cure. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that possible. Maulana recited one of the ayat, وَمَا كَانَ اسْتِغْفَارُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لِأَبِيهِ إِلَّا أَمْ مَوْعِدَةٍ وَعَدَهَا إِيَّاهُ فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ لِلَّهِ تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ إِنَّ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لَأَوَّاهٌ حَلِيمٌ. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his father, In one of the ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ رُشْدَهُ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ وَكُنَّا بِهِ عَالِمِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we gave Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam rushd. What is rushd? You know, we go through sacrifice, we go through Ashara of Zil Hijjah, we perform Hajj and Umrah, and we don't color our soul and our internal being from Ibrahimic color. Then it is one of the biggest injustice to your Qurbani, to your Ashara of Zil Hijjah, to your Hajj, to your Manasik. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all these injustices. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him rushd. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him in such a manner. Oh Allah, give us that type of guidance, that you challenge one and all. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَا هَذِهِ التَّمَاثِيلُ الَّتِي أَنْتُمْ لَهَا عَاكِفُونَ. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam said to his father, and he said to his whole nation. He was challenging his father, and he was challenging his whole nation, that all these idols you are worshipping, you are fools. How can you worship these idols? You know, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam's soul is talking to us also today. Maybe the shapes of idols are being changed. In today's time, sometime you are worshipping idol of science. Sometime you are worshipping idol of physics. Sometime you are worshipping idols of artificial intelligence. And if you are a true believer, then you will not worship anybody beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you will worship anybody beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you will challenge yourself that leave all these idols, come to Allah, focus to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let the nations, whichever flow they want to flow, let them flow. You must fight. You must fight the pressure and become winner. Then you are making sacrifice. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had bought from yourself your own life, your own wealth, your own dignity, your own privacy. Everything of you is being purchased by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everything of you is not being focused to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have divided yourself in between Allah and in between many idols. إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَا هَذِهِ التَّمَاثِيلُ الَّتِي أَنْتُمْ لَهَا عَاكِفُونَ. He said to his father, and he said to his whole nation. How many of us are Ibrahimi today, that we are challenging whole world, that no, I don't follow what you follow. I don't follow where the wind is blowing. I will follow what Ibrahim had set path for me, what Rasulullah ﷺ had set path for me. إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَا هَذِهِ التَّمَاثِيلُ الَّتِي أَنْتُمْ لَهَا عَاكِفُونَ. Ibrahim ﷺ one side invited his father for haqq, and on the other side, Mulana recited that ayat, وَمَا كَانَ اسْتِغْفَارُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لِأَبِيهِ. Ibrahim ﷺ was seeking forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his father. وَمَا كَانَ اسْتِغْفَارُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لِأَبِيهِ إِلَّا أَمْ مَوْعِدَةِ وَعَدَهَا إِيَّاهِ. He was just doing that because a promise was made to him, so he was fulfilling that promise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلَمَّا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ لِلَّهِ. When he realized that my father is the enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, تَبَرَّأَ مِنْ. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he disassociated himself. He disconnected himself from the dua. Inna Ibrahim la'awwahun halim. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he used to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He used to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He used to cry for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he was very forbearing. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was very forbearing. That one ayat was recited. When another ayat Maulana recited, فَلَوْلَا نَفَرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ مِّنْهُمْ طَائِفَةٌ لِيَتَفَقَّهُوا فِي الدِّينِ وَلْيُنذِرُوا قَوْمَهُمْ إِذَا رَجَعُوا إِلَيْهِمْ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَحْذَرُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that there should be one group. There should be one group. They understand the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? To warn the people. And why they are warning people? So they may take some heed. They return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect us to Quran and Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This Ashura is going to end now. Very blessed Ashura, very noble Ashura. People fasted. People will be making sacrifices. Some people, they are performing Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept one and all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the ta'at and obedience of every believer, whether he is into the blessed land of Makkah Mukarramah and Madinah Munawwara, or whether he is into his house, into his own family, into his own country. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's sacrifices, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's Hajj. We come to perform Salatul Eid, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yubahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala boast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala boast in between the angels, saying that these people are congregating. Oh, my angels, tell me why they are congregating. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Allah is all knowing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knowing. Angels, they reply that they came to seek your rahmat, your forgiveness, your mercy, your kindness. They came to seek some in'am from you. They came to seek some reward from you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes an oath, and He says that I take an oath that they will return from the Eid Salat with whatever desire they came with, it will be fulfilled. They will be pardoned. They will be treated with mercy. They will be treated with rahmat. And we return from the masajid, from the Eid Salat, from the Eidgah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remain pleased with us throughout our life. When we breathe our last, then, internally and externally, we are overjoyed and we are saying, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. Allah is the greatest. No one is greatest beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And no one is worthy of worship beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is alone. There is no partner to Him. And Allah is the greatest. And all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You came to perform Salatul Eid. When you go home, go and take the different route and keep saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. Because when Haji and Mu'tamir, they are performing Umrah and Hajj, when they say Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, and when person is not there into Makkah Mukarramah, Madinah Munawwara, and these days of whole Ashara of Zil Hijjah, if they repeatedly saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, that is most beloved into the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Takbir-e-Tashriq, and we have few more days left. We started from the 9th of Fajr from yesterday, and it will go to the Asr of the 13th. Takbir-e-Tashriq will go to the Asr of the 13th. So we started from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. To the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday Asr. Till Saturday Asr, according to the Hanafi school of thought, we should, after every first salat, we should recite loudly Takbir-e-Tashriq, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept one and all. If today weather permits, then second Salatul Eid will take place into the park. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us focus. May we become focused to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may we have i'tidal and balancedness into the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is what was discussed. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us righteous and pious company, whether we are living or whether we are about to die. Oh Allah, at our last moment, when we breathe our last, oh Allah, give us righteous environment of Quran and Sunnah of your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we breathe successfully with Iman and Islam, yaqeen and dedication and devotion to yourself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of that. Inshallah, we'll share the method of performing Eid Salat, and inshallah Salat will take place on its time. Our intention, we should make an intention that I am performing 2 rakat of Eidul Adha. 2 rakat of Eidul Adha, which is wajib on me, with 6 extra wajib takbirat. I am performing 2 rakats of Eidul Adha, which is wajib on me, with 6 extra wajib takbirats. That is the intention we will make. And after intention, Imam and congregation, followers, all of them, they will collectively say Allahu Akbar, and we will tie our hands and we will recite Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka asmuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. We will recite Sana, and after Sana again Imam and Muqtadi and followers all should say, in our Eid Salat and in our Farz Salat also, we all should say Allahu Akbar. No, we should be mindful. That is what we were discussing. We should have focus sometime 4 rakats and of Zohar Salat or Isha or Asr, and at the point of Salam we came to realize that, Salat is ended. What type of Salat are we performing? So first we will recite Sana after the first takbir. Onto the second takbir, Imam and congregation will say Allahu Akbar. We will raise our hands to the earlobes and we will leave them. And third time again, Allahu Akbar will be said. We will raise our hands to the earlobe and we will leave them. And the fourth time when Allahu Akbar will be said, we will tie our hands, and then Suratul Fatiha and Surat will be followed. And then we'll go into the ruku, we will do sujood, and that is normal. That first rakat will become normal after that fourth takbir. After the Suratul Fatiha and Qiraat, that whole first rakat will become normal. When we will come back to the second rakat, the initial stage, it will be normal. Imam will say and everybody will say Allahu Akbar after the second sajda, and we will come to the second rakat by saying Allahu Akbar. When we will come to the second rakat, immediately Qiraat will start, Suratul Fatiha and Surat will start. And after Suratul Fatiha and Surat, then Imam will say 3 times Allahu Akbar. Imam will say 3 times Allahu Akbar. All those 3 times we will raise our hands to the earlobe, and every time we will say Allahu Akbar and we will leave them. Second time we will say Allahu Akbar, we will raise our hands to the earlobe and we will leave them. Third time Imam and Muqtadi will say Allahu Akbar, we will raise our hands to the earlobe and we will leave them. And on to the fourth time when Imam will say Allahu Akbar, then we'll go into the ruku and we'll carry on second salat as normal. And when salat will be finished 2 rakats, and then khutbah will take place. Rasulullah SAW said, Al-khutbatu kas-salati. Whenever. That's why, on every Friday, we request that volunteers stop shouting. And we were supposed to be most disciplined ummah. We were supposed to be most reminded ummah. We should take initiative ourselves, that fill all the gaps. Do not cause volunteers to shout out for you. So al-khutbatu kas-salati. Rasulullah SAW said that khutbah is like salat. The way you become attentive, you become silent, you don't do anything. Exactly on the same way, when khutbah start, then treat yourself like you are into the salat. Pay attention to the khutbah. Pay attention to the khutbah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our khutbah and our salat. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever sacrifices you will be making, some brothers, sometimes they remind that, skin which comes off that animal, that skin should be given into the charity, into the sadaqah. So now if it becomes disposed, then give some, 5 pounds, 10 pounds into the sadaqah as a price of that skin. Find out that what is the price of that skin and give it into the sadaqah. And qurbani, it is such an amal that Allah's Rasul Sassam is about to slaughter animal on behalf of Sayyiduna Fatima radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said to her that, Fatima, you come yourself and physically participate in slaughtering this animal. Physically participate in slaughtering this animal. Because one of the Friday we were talking, Ihraqud dam, it is in itself being ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To shed the blood, it is being ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On the day of the slaughter, in one of the hadith sharif, Nabi Sallallahu said that Ihraqud dam is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than any other amal. That's why, some intellectuals, they think they are intellectuals. They have no intelligence. They come with suggestion that why you slaughter so many animals, rather give away that amount of money into the charity. That is what you are not being ordered. That is not the wish of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ihraqud dam, shedding blood on the day of sacrifice, that amal is most beloved into the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than any other amal. And how Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to shed blood. Nabi sallallahu used to do every year 2 qurbani. Nabi sallallahu used to slaughter 2 animals, and he used to say that after slaughtering one animal, هذه من Muhammad wa min Ali Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That one animal, oh Allah, I am slaughtering on behalf of myself, on behalf of my family, and on slaughtering another animal, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, هذه ممن لم يضحي من أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. This is on behalf of those who are not capable of offering qurbani from the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi sallallahu did not forget them. That's why Ali radiyallahu ta'ala, he used to slaughter 2 animals, and he used to say that my Khalil, my Habib, my Mahbub, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu made wasiyat to me that I should slaughter an animal on his behalf every year. So that is what I do. Many Muslims, mashallah, they have one share of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He never forgot us. How can we forget him? He never forgot us. How can we forget him? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our ta'at, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our salat. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
الله أكبر 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 لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الحمد لله الذي مد علينا موائد إحسانه والعطيات. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له رفع شعائر الإسلام فله الكبرياء في الأرض والسماوات. وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله فتحت به أبواب الرحمة على كافة البريات. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه الذين بشروا بروضات الجنات. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. أما بعد، فيا معشر المسلمين، أوصيكم ونفسي أولا بتقوى الله عز وجل. والتمسك بسنة المطهرة. واعلموا أن يوم النحر يوم أحل الله لكم فيه الطعام وحرم عليكم فيه الصيام، وهذا يوم ضيافة الرب للعباد. قال تعالى: فصل لربك وانحر. قال قتادة وعطاء وإكرمة رحمهم الله تعالى: هما صلاة العيد ونحر الأضحية، وذلك كله لله لربك، كما أن الحج لله، ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا، وأتم الحج والعمرة لله. إخوة الإسلام، إن مبنى الشرائع على تعظيم شعائر الله، منها الأضاحي. قال تعالى: والبدن جعلناها لكم من شعائر الله فعظموها أمة الإسلام ولا تحلوها. لقد نهانا ربنا عن الانتهاك بقوله: يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تحلوا شعائر الله ولا الشهر الحرام ولا الهدي ولا القلائد. ومن المشاهد عباد الله أن منافع الأضحية وبركات الأضاحي كثيرة لا تعد ولا تحصى، لأن الله سبحانه وتعالى هو القائل في ذلك: لكم فيها منافع إلى أجل مسمى ثم محلها إلى البيت العتيق. هذا يشتمل على منافع في الدنيا والآخرة. فعلى رأس المنافع عباد الله بكل من الشعرة والصوف حسنة، والحسنة بعشر أمثالها، فما ظنكم بمنافعها وثوابها في الآخرة عند الصراط وعند الجزاء. لذلك نبه عليه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أمته وحثهم على ذلك بقوله: من وجد سعة ولم يضحي فلا يقربن مصلانا. أما منافعها في الدنيا فلا يخفى علينا أن بعضها سياسية واقتصادية ومادية، وكذا لا يخفى علينا منافعها بتعاون الأنام بالبر والإحسان والصلة مع الأرحام، حيث أمره سبحانه وتعالى: وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى. فعاونوا على الدين قولا وعملا قلبا وبنظر الاستحسان. وقال تعالى: واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام. ويكفي لنا في هذا الأمر قوله تعالى: والأنعام خلقها لكم فيها دفء ومنافع ومنها تأكلون. وقال تعالى: وعليها وعلى الفلك تحملون. وقال تعالى في منافعها: أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون. متعنا الله سبحانه بهذا العيد السعيد وهذه الأيام المباركة. فيا أمة الإسلام، تذكروا خطبة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم التي ألقاها في ميدان العرفات، حيث قال فيها: إن إلهكم واحد وإن أباكم واحد. وقال فيها: إن دماءكم بينكم حرام. وقال: استوصوا بالنساء خيرا. وقال: تركت فيكم شيئين: كتاب الله وسنتي، إن تمسكتم بهما لن تضلوا أبدا. فاتقوا الله، فلا فضل لعربي على عجمي إلا بالتقوى، وهي المطلوب من سنة الخليل عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال تعالى: لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم. التقوى سبب لتعظيم الشعائر، ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب. أقول قولي هذا، استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب وخطيئة فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الله أكبر 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 الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد، فيا معاشر المسلمين، اعلموا أن يوم النحر يوم أحل الله لكم فيه الطعام وحرم عليكم فيه الصيام وهذا يوم ضيافة الرب للعباد. قال تعالى: فصل لربك وانحر. قال قتادة وعطاء وإكرمة: هما صلاة العيد ونحر الأضحية، وذلك كله لله لربك، كما أن الحج لله، ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا، وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله. وتذكروا خطبة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم التي ألقاها في ميدان العرفات، حيث قال فيها: إن أباكم واحد وإن إلهكم واحد، وقال فيها: إن دماءكم حرام، وقال: استوصوا بالنساء خيرا، وقال: تركت فيكم شيئين، كتاب الله وسنتي، إن تمسكتم بهما لن تضلوا أبدا، فاتقوا الله، فلا فضل لعربي على عجم إلا بالتقوى، وهي المطلوب من سنة الخليل عليه السلام. قال تعالى: لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم. التقوى سبب لتعظيم شعائر الله، ومن يعظم شعائر الله فإنها من تقوى القلوب. أيها المسلمون، أنتم مأمورون بالفرحة في هذا اليوم، كنتم في طاعة وتنتقلون إلى أخرى، فافرحوا ولكم الأجر. قل بفضل الله وبرحمته فبذلك فليفرحوا هو خير مما يجمعون. فاجعلوا هذه الأيام أيام العيد فرحا لا ترحا، أيام اتفاق لا اختلاف، أيام سعادة لا شقاء، أيام حب وصفاء لا بغضاء ولا شحناء. تسامحوا وتصافحوا، توادوا وتحابوا، تعاونوا على البر والتقوى لا على الإثم والعدوان، صلوا الأرحام وارحموا الأيتام، وتخلقوا بأخلاق الإسلام. عباد الله، قال الله تعالى مخبرا وآمرا: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. أيها المسلمون، هذا الإمام العلامة جامع العلوم والأعمال الحافظ القاري عثمان الداني يقول بإسناده في كتابه المكتفى عن علي رضي الله تعالى عنه أنه قال مفسرا من قوله تعالى: محمد رسول الله والذين معه، أي أبو بكر الصديق، أشداء على الكفار، أي عمر بن الخطاب، رحماء بينهم، أي عثمان بن عفان، تراهم ركعا سجدا، أي علي بن أبي طالب، سيماهم في وجوههم من أثر السجود، أي عبد الرحمن بن عوف وسعد بن أبي وقاص. ذلك مثلهم في التوراة. ورضي الله عن جميع أصحاب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم والصحابيات المؤمنات وبناته الزاكيات وأزواجه المطهرات، وارض عنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم ألف بين قلوب المسلمين، اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين في كل زمان ومكان، اللهم ارفع راية الإسلام في أنحاء العالم كله برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اصلح ولاة أمور المسلمين في كل مكان وزمان وحين، واهدهم سبل السلام. اللهم اغفر للحجاج والمعتمرين ويسر لهم أداء مناسك الحج وأركانه، وتقبل منهم ومنا معهم. اللهم يسر لزوار بيتك الحرام الذين أتوا والذين قصدوا ويأتون من كل فج عميق، وأعنهم على أمورهم من بقية أداء مناسك الحج وأركانه مع سننه وآدابه، واجعل حجهم مقبولا ومبرورا، وارزقنا أيضا بفضلك يا حنان يا منان. اللهم اغفر لجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي، يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون.